Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. Now in today's video, we're going to take a look at yet another exotic, but this time it's not a weapon. Nope, I am switching focus today to take a look at an exotic armor piece. Now I'm going to kick things off by taking a look at the Knucklehead radar, which is an exotic hunter helm. Now there are three exotic helms for the hunter, first of which being the Knucklehead radar, then followed by the Arekkz symbiote, and also the Eye of the Third Man. Now I will cover the other two in detail in later videos, but for the time being, let's take a look at the Knucklehead radar in more detail. First up, this is what it looks like. It's got this cool sort of holographic projection on the front, looks like a sort of radar kind of thing, hence the name Knucklehead radar. And in fact, if I actually jump back for a second to my Arekkz select screen and equip it, and then change my cape to the starting one, you can actually see what it looks like from all angles. See, it doesn't actually change colour with your shader, so it's a grey helmet, but if I spin around, you can see he's got like a strap that goes around the back, which basically means he's got sort of this sort of strapped on goggles on the front. But either way, that is what the helmet looks like. So if I jump back into, take a look at it in more detail, see, there we are. It's kind of bald-headed, kind of a weird shape, but either way, it's definitely a cool helmet. It definitely looks cooler with a hood on. But anyway, the reason this helmet is so cool is for this perk here, Sensor Pack. Now what this means is that your radar remains visible when aiming your primary weapon. So let me just unequip that helmet for a second and just sort of jump into the game world. If you see, typically in the top left-hand corner is your radar. If you zoom in, your radar disappears. So out, in, out, in. The idea being that obviously when you're scoped in, you're kind of like focused on what's in front of you, but you obviously then can't see your radar. Now this does present an obvious hazard because obviously if you are scoped in for a long period of time and you're only looking at what's in front of you, then if things sneak up behind you, particularly in something like PvP, then you're clearly not going to see. Now unless you are camping, you hopefully, ideally wouldn't be scoped in for lengthy periods of time, but either way, depending on whatever you're doing, if you are scoped in and you don't see what's going on around you, it can present hazards. So if I then switch over to the Knucklehead radar, and then zoom in, you will see that the radar still remains visible. Now, this does only apply for your primary weapon. So if I switch over to, say, a sniper rifle, in fact, this is a bad example because this sniper rifle also has that exact perk. But if I switch over to the icebreaker, for example, and zoom in, you'll see that the radar again disappears. So this is obviously balanced out. And again, that also applies for the rocket launcher. So that is how it sort of behaves for anything else. But if you're using a primary weapon, you know, it doesn't matter what weapon you've got. If I switch out to, say, the Vanquisher, which is the New Monarchy auto rifle, then obviously it still applies there. Or for example, if I switch over to like the Mythoclast, again, same principle. So long as it's in the primary slot, the radar will remain visible. Now if I jump back to the Arekkz select screen, take another look at the helmet, you can see that it comes with 107 strength, but nothing in discipline or intellect. So obviously this is useful for cooldown on throwing knives and things like that, but obviously not for grenades or supers. The other upgrades you'll have with this are Light the Blade, which basically means that cooling damage with grenades reduces your melee cooldown, the usual defensive upgrades, an increased super energy gain from killing minions of the darkness, and obviously the Sensor Pack upgrade. So that is it for this helmet. The other thing that's worth mentioning, if I jump over to the tower, there is an alternative for this. If you then go to the Vanguard Quartermaster, Mr. Ronnie over here, and you take a look at the second auto rifle he sells, which is Dr. Nope, you will see that the upgrade down here is Third Eye, which allows the radar to stay active while aiming down this weapon's sights. Now this obviously isn't a complete replacement for the Knucklehead radar, but if you're in a position where you want a primary weapon to have the ability to still see your radar, given that your primary weapon is most likely the weapon you use most often, then this is a good alternative. There are no doubt other weapons that do this as well, but this is the one off the top of my head, and this is quite easy to get. You know, it's not that expensive. You can get it for 150 Vanguard marks, which I'm only just shy of because I've recently bought something. So either way, it's not that hard to get, and it's definitely a viable option if you don't have that radar, or alternatively if you're not a hunter and obviously therefore can't wear that helmet. But anyway, that is it. So that is the Knucklehead radar, the exotic helm for hunters. Now hopefully you enjoyed this video, and as always, if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit the like button, show your support. It does really help me out, and obviously don't forget to subscribe for daily gaming videos. For the hunters out there, drop a comment down below, let me know what your favourite hunter helm is, and for everyone else, what is your favourite helm in general. Some of the Titan ones are pretty damn cool, as are the Warlock ones as well. So it'll be really cool to see what your guys' preferences are. But either way, thanks for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.